What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I want to talk about a story that broke late last week, and it's involving a 12-year-old girl who smothered her own cousin, who was 8. And this is out of Humboldt, Tennessee. And supposedly this is over, they found out later on, a cell phone disagreement. And this is hard to talk about. For one, these are cousins. They were supposed to be close. One was visiting from South Carolina, the other one from Nashville, I think they said. Nashville, Tennessee. They went down to the grandmother's house. You know, and just to, I guess, to spend the summer, or spend some time in the summer out there together. And this happens. Not only does this have, you know, a lasting effect on those that are involved, the parents on both sides, the one that's being locked up and the one that lost, you know, the little girl that lost her life. But a lot of times this brings forth a big tear in the fabric of family. You know, whether they direct, you know, relatives to the people or just, you know, cousins, and, you know, as the family tree goes out, it puts a wedge between people. And I'm gonna show you these videos real quick to get you caught up on it, and I'm gonna come back and talk about a couple of things. Take a look.
A small community in West Tennessee is reeling after a homicide involving children. One 12-year-old is accused of killing her 8-year-old cousin. Tonight, family and friends held a vigil for that victim in Nashville. Reporter Joyce Peterson shares what we know about that case tonight.
A 12-year-old girl being accused of murdering her 8-year-old cousin is a stunning crime in any community. But here in the small town of Humboldt, Tennessee, population 7,800, they're coming together to help this family. Pastors have been visiting the house. Neighbors are checking on them because this family is truly in shock.
No words can describe it. It's unimaginable.
Frederick Agee, district attorney in the 28th Judicial District, says the 8-year-old was found unresponsive in her bed in this house on East Mitchell Monday. Wednesday, a tipster said surveillance video from the bedroom revealed what happened. So you've seen the video?
Unfortunately, I have.
What does the video show?
It shows the 12-year-old with her full body weight taking bedding, and it appears to be that the 8-year-old is asleep. She takes the bedding and she covers the 8-year-old's face.
Did the 8-year-old wake up? Did she struggle at any point?
Yes, ma'am. There is a part in the video where we see her struggling.
A memorial for 8-year-old Demiria sits out front of her grandmother's house where the crime occurred. She was visiting from Nashville, her 12-year-old cousin visiting from South Carolina. Their grandmother says the two were inseparable. The evidence, says DA Agee, points to first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. There
is video where the 12-year-old goes and gets tissues and comes in and appears to be trying to clean the 8-year-old's body, face, and also moves the child, the 8-year-old, to appear that she was underneath the covers. The memorial for Demiria keeps growing. Balloons in her favorite colors, her beloved stuffed animals, and the nail polish she adored. The family and police struggling to figure out the motive. We'd ask your viewers to obviously pray for the family and also pray for our police officers and our investigators. This is really intense, and it's just not something that happens around here.
In Operation Crime and Justice, police in Humboldt, Tennessee, in the western part of the state, investigating the murder of an 8-year-old child. Officers say the girl's 12-year-old cousin smothered her while she slept earlier this week, then repositioned her. Police telling us the victim is from the Nashville area. Both children were in Humboldt, staying with family. Joining us now is District Attorney General Frederick Agee. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
So I understand that you all want to try this 12-year-old as an adult?
Yes, ma'am. Under Tennessee law, currently a child that is in the juvenile justice system would, at 19 years old, the juvenile court no longer has authority. In this particular case, it's the violent nature of it the heinousness of it. We feel like it fits not only a first-degree murder, but also something that we should ask the court to transfer to circuit court. It gives us much more options when it comes to sentencing. You know, this child, if they are released at 19 years old, if they are found guilty, obviously there's a presumption of innocence in this country, whether that's in juvenile court or in our circuit or criminal trial courts. If this child were to be found guilty as a juvenile at age 19, they walk free.
And I understand there is security video of this murder. Do you believe there's enough there?
Yes, ma'am, I do. Our office received a tip yesterday that there was security video. The investigators with the Humboldt Police Department and our investigator went and obtained the video. The investigators, one of the assistant DAs in our office, myself, and the Humboldt Police Chief, we watched the video, and there is corroboration for first-degree murder as well as tampering with evidence. It's one of the most disturbing things, if not the most disturbing thing I've ever seen in my life. I would like to say one other thing. Would you please keep our law enforcement and the victim's family in your thoughts and prayers? This is not something that happens in Gibson, Crockett, or Haywood County, and typically this is not something that happens in the state of Tennessee. I don't wish this upon anybody. I certainly hope that it never happens again, but it's happened, and we've got to prosecute it professionally, and our office will do everything we can to protect the community. And if there's an opportunity to rehabilitate the child delinquent, we will.
No, it's one of those cases that certainly keep you up at night. Thank you so much for your time.
All right, guys, that's the news videos I wanted you guys to see. They're trying to charge this girl as an adult, because if she's charged as a juvenile, she'll get out when she's, I think they said 17 years old or something, 19 years old, either way. So they charge this girl as an adult? I believe so. And this is my reasoning for it. She smothered this girl, waited till she was asleep. Whatever was bothering her made her so mad that she couldn't let it go. She ambushed her while she was sleeping. Tried to clean up the crime scene and act like the girl was under the covers and reset her in the bed. That right there is calculated. So, I mean, she knew what she was doing. No remorse, no nothing. Went and did it. Girl was struggling. You put your whole body weight on her face. You know what I'm saying? Knowing she couldn't get you off of her. That's unacceptable. Another thing is this. Where did she see that at? Where would you know to do that? That's my thing. It wasn't like you beat her up under the covers. You just beat her up. You willfully tried to end the life of a child. This girl's 8 years old. She's gone. And even though they family, this is what I was talking about earlier in the beginning in my intro, a lot of this stuff is unforgivable. Now you got people battling with each other. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're both children and should know better, and both was loved by both sides of the family. Now you got children where, like, you know, and I've seen this in jail before, where people meet each other and their family members don't like each other because one person killed another person's son, daughter, etc. I wonder where she got the idea to do that. What was she exposed to? What kind of TV shows was she looking at that put that idea in her head? Because you got to remember, kids are an open book until stuff hits their subconscious, and then it just gets triggered in times of stress and anger. She had to see that somewhere to do that. That's not something in your mind where you just like, yo, boom. Or like you just laying up under the covers. Oh, it's hard to breathe under here. You could die in these covers if you can't get out the covers. You know what? Let me do this to her. It's a lot more to this story. But what's messed up is it didn't just affect one family, it affected multiple families. How you think their grandmother feel? Knowing that she couldn't stop that. How you think she feel talking to the families? Hey, I didn't even see it. I'm old. I'm sorry. Somebody feels like they failed in this position. Always. It's always a sense of guilt that's undue over the stress. This whole thing is messed up, man. I mean, 2 little girls couldn't work things out. I mean, the 8-year-old girl and the 12-year-old girl, and there's a big difference in that 4-year age difference at a child. Now, an adult, you know, we learn what we learn and we leave the nest and we flying and doing what we got to do. It's different. But for children, come on. 8 years old and 12 years old is a world of difference when it comes to mentality and mindset. A lot of times they live in two separate places. They come together down there in Humboldt, Tennessee, meet up after not seeing each other for a while. Bad habits are picked up. Personalities change over time. I don't know what it was that supposedly was over a cell phone that made her where she was so mad that she wanted to take the life of a cousin that she supposedly was close to. Either way, this is messed up. I mean, this is a hard story to do because, I mean, they're children. You're starting to see it. Children killing each other. Children killing their parents. Something's missing nowadays in the raising of human beings. And I wish I knew what it was because, I mean, this right here is like, it's like becoming more common than anything. May this little girl rest in peace, man, and I hope her family can find some type of way to forgive this child and move on with their lives. But I mean, when somebody's killed, and this is one thing I'm going to stress to you, when somebody's killed that's beloved by the family, you never truly get over that. And that's just one of the things, man. You know, I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.